Good morning to everybody who has joined in. Very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the second week of the Inner Circle. Super excited to welcome you guys here. Everybody jump into the chat and type a very good morning to everybody who is here. Yes, energetic good morning, a very good morning to everybody who is live here. We'll get started in the next 2 minutes as more people join in. And I want you to post your group scores. All the group leaders here, make sure you post your group scores in the main WhatsApp group. And we will be, at the end of this week, we will also be giving you the rankings, which group is leading, first place, second place, third place, all of that in percentage terms. We will be sharing those details at the end of this week. So make sure, I want you to jump into the main WhatsApp group, post your group score, and everybody who's here, jump into the chat and type an energetic good morning to everyone. Now, I have one question for everybody. Yes, Govindra is here, Bhuvanendra, Venkatesh, fantastic. So I have one question for everybody. Give me, in terms of the percentage, how much of your 30-day project have you finished? 10%, 15%, 25%, just an approximation, right? Just a rough estimate. Give me in the chat. What percentage of your 30-day project have you finished after the end of week 1? 20%, fantastic. 25, 15, 10, 20, 10. Anybody not yet started, you can let us know. 20%, 15, 10, 15. Dr. Pawan, fantastic. Prasad, 10. Thomas says 15. Beautiful. Aniruddha, 30, 25. Govinda says 10. Sudhindra, 10. Venkatesh, 10. Beautiful. You guys have got started. Those who are just joining in, I'm asking you, what percentage of your 30-day project have you finished so far in the first week? Let me know in the chat. Just an approximation, right? Karthik says 15. Shiva says 20. Beautiful. Aniruddha says 5. Okay. Raja says 20. Padma says 20. Fantastic. Fantastic. 15, 30. That's beautiful. You finished 30%. Fantastic. What percentage of your 30-day project you finished? Also, jump into the chat and type energetic good morning to everybody who is already here. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started. Kiran says 3%. Srinivas says 10%. Sachin, 10%. Okay. So just a quick thought for everybody here. If you have finished 15% or more, you are on track, right? I want you to continue that energy, continue with that momentum. All those have finished, 10%, you are, you got started well. Let's take this momentum and even, maybe double it, increase your speed. Yes, you have to get into the mindset of a winner. You have to think like, okay, what gives me motivation? How do I create self-motivation? Who are self-motivated people? Self-motivated people are those people who doesn't need somebody else to come and tell them that they have to finish something, right? So self-motivated person is that person in your school or college who went ahead and read the next chapter anyways when the teacher was teaching the current chapter. Yes, they read a little extra. Self-motivated person in your team in the office, yes, is that person who, even without the boss asking, prepares a little bit extra, does something, beyond what is the minimum possible required. I want to give you a small change in mindset today. How many of you are just doing things to be failure avoiders? I don't want to fail in my 30-day project, so I will do it today. Yes. Are you working with the mindset of a failure avoider? Type me in the chat. Yes. The true failure avoider is I have to do the bare minimum possible and then I can do my own stuff. I can do something else. Yes. Raja says me, Amol says me. Maybe in your life as well. Yes, Sachin, maybe. Kiran says maybe. Okay. So you just want to do the minimum possible to get to the next day, to not feel like a loser, to not lose your job. By the way, this goes into every area of your life. Pankaj says me with a lot of M's. You are 100% sure, right? So if you're working the mindset of a failure avoider, the first thing you need to do is think of yourself as a success seeker and not a failure avoider. That's one mindset change I want to give you today. Who is a true success seeker? Yes, who goes above and beyond what is the minimum possible required for them. Yes, so who do you want to be? You want to be a true success seeker. So if you're seeking something over these 30 days, you're seeking to lose weight, you're seeking to learn trading, you're seeking to, get a certification, whatever it is you're working on, ask yourself, how can I do it faster? How can I do it better? How can I get more done in 30 days? How can I get it done in 25 days instead of 30 days? That's the person who's raising the bar for themselves. That's the person who's truly self-motivated. How many of you agree with this? Yes. In a group, in a team, your team leader wants to decide who will get promotion. Who will he or she promote? Your team leader? They will promote the person who does the work before everybody else, who does a little extra, who goes above and beyond. Yes, if you are hiring, a professional, a consultant, a business consultant, you will have that person who goes above and beyond, who over delivers every single time. So I want you to get in the mindset of a true success seeker. Yes, I want everybody type SS in the chat if you're ready to be a true success seeker from today. And maybe do 2% extra on your daily goal. Yes, how many of you are ready to raise the bar a little bit? Week 1, I just wanted you to get started. Week 2, I want you to get into the mindset of a success seeker. Raise the bar a little bit. Yes, you want to work on something for 1 hour today, work on it for 1 hour and 5 minutes. Yes, you want to, do exercise for 30 minutes today, do for 32 minutes. Yes, just do a little extra today. So you get into the true mindset of you don't do it just to avoid failure. You're not a failure avoider. I want you to get into a success seeker mindset. Those are the only kind of people who make real change. If you get into failure avoider mindset, as soon as there is no accountability, as soon as there is no Ankit telling you early in the morning, you are like, okay, fine, I'm done. I don't want to do exercise ever again, right? That's not who you want to be. Okay. I hope you get this mindset. Type SS in the chat if you're ready to be a true success seeker, and we will get started with day 5. Okay, so today we're going to dive into this amazing technique. This is one of the most famous NLP techniques. This is one of the most cores of most NLP practitioners, coaches, teachers. When they practice NLP, this is an essential exercise that they will work on, or they will help you implement in your life. So what is this dissociation technique, right? Let's get started right away. See, first, we will dive into the dissociation technique, and we will understand the dissociation process. What is the process of dissociation? When and how to use it? And then we will do the exercise just like every day. We do it practically during the session itself, right? I don't give you any task to do after the session. So the dissociation technique is an NLP technique. By now, I hope some of you are getting the hang of what NLP is. It is neuro-linguistic programming, and it uses the principle of neuroplasticity to create behavioral change. What is neuroplasticity? It is now scientifically proven that your neurons connections can be broken, rearranged, rebuilt, all of that, right? Earlier we used to believe that it cannot be changed. Now we found scientific evidence that it can be. So NLP tries to use that to your advantage and help you make neural connections to target your behavior in a way that is beneficial to you. Yes, without the necessary long-term habit building that is usually taken as an approach, right? So let me ask you one question. We did one powerful NLP technique on day 1 itself, the swish pattern. How many of you the swish pattern has helped you? Type me in the chat. Has it helped you? Is it reminding you, yes, this is not the time to do this? Or has it already helped you change a habit? Type yes or me in the chat. Yes, Kiran, Bhuvendra, Srinivas, Rivati, Raja, Amol, great help. Okay, fantastic. Srinivasa, Kavita, Shakti, Dinesh, Kamlesh, Minal. Beautiful. Almost everybody. Now, if you've used it for 3 days, you can use it for another 3 days for another habit change. So the reason I'm talking about the swish pattern is because that is for permanent deep change. Once you use that internal trigger to create change, it becomes permanent in your life, right? Today, what I'm going to do, this is highly temporary, right? However, this is going to give you relief in the moment to a huge extent, right? This is supposed to be used in the moment. Sometimes it can work in giving you long-term relief as well. But when it comes to emotional, let's say, I shouldn't call it emotional damage, but, emotional heaviness, like a lot of fear, you're fearful of something, right? Or you are angry. Yes. How many of you get angry, or you're short tempered? Yes. Or you get high blood pressure, you cannot focus on the task at hand because you're angry at something or somebody. So this technique will help you in the moment get back to your true self. Yes. Yes. This can also have a permanent effect if you have fears and things like that. If you're fearful of something, let's say you have the fear of heights, or you have the fear of something else, right? So this and another technique we'll do in the future can help you get rid of that as well. All right, so give me one moment here. Yes, it is an NLP technique. This is supposed to be used in the moment, and this is one of the most powerful things you can do in the moment of panic. Yes, if you've ever experienced panic attacks, this is the fastest, most powerful cure. All right. If you've ever been so stressed that you want to just run away from where you are. You often have this situation, or we have this emotion of, just running away from our home, or, trying to escape from the reality. That level of stress, right? If you want to handle this, is super powerful. And if you despair, if all is lost, yes, yeah, you've given up hope on a business, on a friend, or something like that, on relationship, or fear, right? Very powerful for fear. If you have any kind of fear, physical fear of something, a snake or something like that, or an internal fear out of, let's say, some risk that is, you are thinking, I might lose something, I might not gain something, fear of loss, anything like that, or let's say, even before going in an interview, even before, exposing yourself to some kind of ridicule or something like that, all kinds of fears, any other type of emotionally destructive state, right? You can handle with the dissociation technique. In fact, this is so powerful. I just remember somebody was sharing the message that I used to have a fight with my wife. And the day you taught this, in the evening, I applied it. And she was continuously telling me something. And I was having a smile on my face. All right. That's how powerful this is. How many of you want to try this today? Type me in the chat. Now, here's the thing. This is not really designed for long-term changes. All right. So this is not something that will take you and create change like NAC did, the Dickens process, remember, or like the swish pattern. This is like in the moment motion. This is more like the tapping technique, right? Although tapping does have long-term influence and effect, because it will help you get rid of PTSD and things like that. But this is strictly short-term, in the moment change, highly effective in the moment. Now, why do you need long-term change as well as short-term change tools? Because long-term change tools will not have the best effect on that same day or within that 1 hour. But if you have this highly, effective in the moment self-regulation or calming techniques, then what happens? In that moment, you are fully relaxed. All right. In that moment, you get fast relief. So this is like a painkiller, right, for your emotional hurt. So let's dive into what the dissociation technique actually is. Now, one of the things I want you to understand is uh, most most techniques, or most emotion based techniques, will work on the fact that every emotion has a bodily effect. Now, let's say you are angry. Most people, if you just take a moment to become self aware when you're angry, you'll be able to observe where you feel that anger in your body, right? For example, a lot of people feel anger here. Yes, in the center of their chest. A lot of people feel anger in their head, right? So you feel that that is where it resides in my body. If you can feel the attachment of the emotion to the body, if you can feel, where it is being produced or where it is being harbored or magnified in your body, and then you step out of your body, then you can leave that emotion behind. Yes. Now, if you don't understand what I'm saying, let me give you an example. How many of you have experienced this? You are seeing some conflict going on outside. Let's say you're seeing somebody fighting in the office, right? Two people are quarreling or something like that, or even at home, right? Or even in the market, you see somebody and you know exactly what to do, but those people can't see what the problem is. You say, oh, if they just did this, they would not have to fight. Yes. Or if this person just agreed to this, you can see clearly what the solution is, and they don't need to fight at all. And yet, those two people in the situation have no idea, right? They're not able to think of anything to let go of it, and they will fight with each other. How many feel like it's easy to give solutions to others? Yes, type yes in the chat. Are you able to see from a distance what is needed to resolve a conflict outside? How many of you are able to do this? Everybody, yes, type yes in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. It's so easy to see. It's just obvious when you look at it from outside. Yes, they don't need to fight, right? We can all see it except the people involved in that emotional situation, right? Many times it is true for fear, many times it is true for despair. When somebody else is scared, you can see they don't need to be scared, because almost all fear is irrational. There is nothing rational about fear, right? Almost all fear is irrational. So you know that they should not be scared at all, and yet they can't see it, right? So we're going to use this to our advantage. We are going to look at ourselves from the outside. Yes, like a third party. Because when you are angry, there are people outside who know and who can see exactly why you don't need to be angry. Yes, if this is a light bulb moment for you, type LB in the chat. Yes, somebody who's observing you from outside, when you are angry, when you are despair, when you are sadness, yes, they can see and tell you, Arey, you don't need to be. And they understand that point of view. This is all about the perspective, the point of view. Because you are so involved in it, you're not able to see that point of view of the third person, which would enable you to easily let go of that fear, let go of that anger, let go of that thing that is, making you so involved in that emotional problem. All right. See, the act of physically dissociating from your being can create an observation perspective and provide you these different points of view. So, if you can get yourself to step out of your body, and if you can get yourself to observe from a third person perspective, right? So if I get out of myself, I'm standing behind me and I see myself in this position and I can see myself feeling the anger and all of that, then I can also see what the solution is because I'm looking at it like a movie. I'm looking at it as if it is somebody else. And now from this different point of view, it becomes so much easier to let go of that emotion, right? What the mind can do, it can also undo. While we all love to blame things outside for our emotions, yes, that, oh, this person made me angry, this person made me worried, that this person, this situation, that, you know, uh, everything outside we blame for our own emotional state. But the truth is, our emotions, whether be it fear or anger, anything else, is produced by nothing and nobody else except our mind, right? If something was happening and your eyes were closed, you would not be angry. Yes, because you see it, your mind processes it, your mind says you need to be angry about this, right? And you get angry. So whatever the mind does, it can also undo. When your husband is fighting with you, right? When he's saying bad things, it's your mind that's making you angry, right? So if it can create the anger, it can also dissipate the anger. It can also cause the anger to go away. And we're going to use a method to do that. This is about undoing panic or destructive emotional states. So anybody who's experienced panic attacks, this is going to be a miracle for you. Anybody who's felt the panic in their life because of, some anxiety issues, some, heavy emotional, let's say trauma that you faced in the moment for panic, this is the best thing you can do for yourself. You can experience the full benefits of this when you are in the actual state of panic or anger or any destructive emotional state. However, we're going to practice this right now, and we are going to focus on something that makes you truly, fearful or angry. I want everybody to think of one situation that always gets you angry or fearful or, you know, creates panic for you. All right. I want everybody to start thinking, what is the most common thing that makes you angry or that irritates you? It might be your husband or your wife giving you bad comments. It might be something, in the office. Kalika says, exam, yes, a very good one. You're preparing for the exam, just stepping into the hall, you're anxious. Yes. Everybody, think of this. We're going to start with the dissociation technique. I want you to identify the emotional state which you want to change. Confrontation, okay? Think of it, just note it down. One specific confrontation, maybe. And this is servants, okay? New unknown task, okay? It makes you anxious, it makes you worried. Pharmacist, office meetings, okay? It makes you anxious. Just before the office meeting, how are you feeling? I want you to try and get into that feeling a little bit. Yes, everybody, identify one emotional state that you want to work on with this dissociation technique. Yes, it can be any type of emotional state. It can be fear, it can be anger. Yes. Can I consider the trading as well? But give me the emotion behind what stops you from trading. Confrontation. This can be tremendously beneficial to anybody who is making, let's say, impulsive trades or emotional trades. Yes. So I want you to, yeah, anxiety. So you're anxious because of what trade you've made. Now you can't see beyond, the immediate loss making, which is actually loss making, but you feel like this can protect my downside or this can make me some quick profit. And ultimately it does not, because you're not being disciplined, right? So that state of anxiety, which is pushing you to take the wrong trades or make the wrong decisions, you can work on that state as well. Yes. Calls hitting stop loss in trading. Yes. So that point, instead of being disciplined and letting it be, you're going to be impulsive. So that anxiety you can work on, right? FOMO, fear of missing out, stop loss. Yes, thanks, fantastic. Everybody identified one emotional state? Greed to get more. Okay. Yes, fear of missing out. We'll convert our fear of missing out, FOMO, into JOMO. What is JOMO? The joy of missing out. All right. Traffic anxiety. All right, everybody got this? At least one emotional state. Now, I want you to actually think about it. Actually try and get angry about it. Actually try and get anxious. Yes, right now. So what you're going to do is, everybody, after you've identified your emotional stress, emotional state that you want to change, what is the emotional state you are experiencing? Fear, panic, stress, anything like that. I want you to experience it a little bit right now, because right now itself, it will help you reduce it. Think of that. What makes you angry? What made you angry the last time? Somebody was rude to you, maybe a Zomato delivery boy, or an Ola driver. Yes. What made you fearful? What made you anxious? You were so angry at yourself because the stock hit stop loss and you made one stupid mistake after that. Yes, that anxiety. Can you focus on it for a moment and allow yourself to feel it? It's okay. Don't give it any resistance. You can close your eyes if you want to. Kids using the mobile phone. Okay, when you see your kid, how does it feel? They're on the phone. They should have been studying already 1 hour ago. They're still on the phone. Angry at indisciplined driving. So see yourself in the car. Somebody is driving very rough. Yes. They're making you angry. Your blood is boiling. Yes. Abusive mother-in-law's words. Yes. Anybody who's in your life is rude to you, abusive to you. Think of it. I want you to get into that anger right now. Yes. Yes. Children not behaving a certain way, not eating on time. Feel that fear, feel that panic, feel that stress, feel that anger right now. Speaking on stage, how does it feel? Are you anxious right now in the moment? Yes. Yes. Feel that anxiety right now. You're about to speak on stage. You have to step up there. How does it feel? Yes. I want you to focus on it. What is the emotional state you're experiencing? Okay. Now, I want everybody to sit in a relaxed state. Your hands by your side. Sit in a relaxed state. Give some rest to your back. Make sure your back is rested. There should be no stress points in your body. Sit in a relaxed state and take a deep breath and close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you take a breath, I want you to feel this fear, this anger, this stress, this panic, whatever it is within you. Take a moment to notice it, to feel it within you. See the person who is producing it in front of you with your eyes closed. See yourself in that situation right now. Now, I want you to check where in your physical body are you feeling this emotion? Where in your physical body? Some people feel it in the stomach. Yes. Some people might feel it in the chest area. Where it is? On the left side of the chest, right side, in the center. Some people may feel it in the head. Some people feel it on the forehead. I want you to notice it. With your eyes closed, just notice it. What part of your body are you feeling it? Some people in panic, they also feel shivers down their spine. Maybe on your back you feel it. Some people will feel shivers on their legs, even hands. Even when you're extremely angry, which part of your body do you feel it? This anger, yes. This fear, stress, anxiety, anything you're experiencing. Locate it within your body with your eyes closed. Now, I want you to take a breath and step out of your body. Step out of your body. So in your mind's eyes, I want you to stand up. Visualize yourself standing up, leaving your body sitting down. Your physical body is still in the same position, but inside your mind, I want you to feel yourself standing up. Your soul, your spirit stands up right now. As you stand up, I want you to look directly forward. What do you see? Do you see the wall? Do you see the door? You're standing up. You're dissociated from your body. You are dissociated from your body. Yes, I want you to take a step. Take a step away from your body. Yes, take a step away from your body. So as you're standing up, you have taken a step away from your body. I want you to turn back and see your body. Just look at your body. Now you're facing your body. Yes. You can see your body sitting down. Yes. And now you're dissociated from your body. Now, from this vantage point, you are a step away from your body. You see yourself in this emotional state, standing directly in front of them. You are now dissociated from this emotion. So this original you is feeling anger somewhere in their body. It's not with you anymore. You can see them feeling this emotion of fear or anxiety or whatever it may be. I want you to take a few steps more away from your body. Take a few more steps away, backwards, away from your body. You can see yourself sitting. I want you to go a little bit away, one more step, until you are able to see and feel this emotional state gradually beginning to decrease. You can see yourself going away from this anger, this anxiety, worry, whatever it may be, this fear. See itself, see it stuck to the body, and you're stepping away from it. Take a few steps back as you feel it decreasing. Now, from this vantage point, you're completely dissociated from your body. You can see yourself sitting. That anger is there in that physical body. And yet right now, you feel free of it. I want you to reevaluate the situation from this different perspective. From here, what do you think this person needs to know that they are missing out on, that is causing them this fear, that is causing them this anxiety or anger? What can you now see that you were not able to previously see? From this vantage point, you're looking at your physical body. You're a few steps away from it. Yes. What can you see that that person was unable to see? Now, what advice would you like to give this person? From this dissociated viewpoint, is there something you want to tell that physical body? You don't have to say it right now. Just make a mental note of it. What do you want to tell them? You don't need to be angry. Your anger is irrational. Your fear is irrational. Anger is never a solution to anything. This is going to waste your entire day being angry. This is going to create mental trauma for several days. What if you are kind instead? What if you are considerate? What if you are calm? Will you be able to handle the situation better? All the advice you want to give to yourself, being separated from your physical self. Make a note of all of this. All right, now you're standing. You're looking at yourself sitting down. From this standing position, from where you can see yourself sitting down, you're standing. Yes. I want you to dissociate again. What this means is now you are leaving this spirit self also. I want you to see yourself standing, and I want you to step up back out of this first dissociation. Yes. Now you are the third view, the third version of you. First version of you is sitting down. Second version of you is standing. The third version of you is now getting out of this second version. Step back out of your second version again in the same way that you did before. Yes. Now you see yourself standing and another version of you sitting far away. The second version of you standing. Now you're behind the second version. You can see the back of the second version. I want you to take twice as many steps back as you did the first time. So if the first time you took 3 steps away from your physical body, now I want you to take 6 steps away from this second version of you, completely dissociated. Go further, further, further. From this third position, identify what you're experiencing. What has changed now? Is it already feeling relaxed? What are you experiencing from this vantage point? Far away from all that, far away from the emotion, and far away from the judgment around that emotion that your second version was creating. Now, I want you to look at the first version of yourself who was in that emotional state of anger, fear, frustration, whatever it may be. Look at that first version of yourself. Identify what is the real lesson that you need to learn, that you want to give to your original self from this point. Does any of this really matter? Is being this angry, this fearful, has it ever helped you in the past? Is it adding any meaning to your life at all? From a large or a high view of your entire life, it's not even going to matter. Being detached, you can see this. What is it that you can see that the first version of you couldn't see? Once you've identified that, ask yourself, what is it that you can see that the second version of you also could not see? Who was trying to judge, who was trying to give temporary, relaxing advice. From this third position, you know that even the judgmental you had the right intentions. Even the person who was trying to calm you down had the right intentions. Yes. From this state of freedom, I want you to carry the lesson that you want to give to your original self. Carry the lesson with you, holding it in yourself. Carry that lesson and step back into this second version of you. Now I want to take a step forward, closer to the second version, and carry this lesson with you, this learning with you. You are coming closer to this second version of you and just step back inside. As you step back inside, now you are this second version who is dissociated from the first version. Yes. And yet, you are now carrying the lessons, the meaning that you got from being totally dissociated. Now you feel that calmness, that relaxation. Now, I want you to take another step forward, back into the original version of yourself. Take the few steps. Get close to the version of you, the physical body who's sitting down. Yes. And I want you to step into your body back. Now you are in the first original physical version of yourself. But carry this lesson. What is the lesson you've just learned? All the calmness, all the freedom that you felt, I want you to carry that, bring it back with you. How are you feeling now? Just observe. Has that emotion disappeared from that physical attachment it had to your body? Is that part of your body completely relaxed now? Now, I want you to take a deep breath and open your eyes. Open your eyes and let me know in the chat, how did it feel? Yes, Manoj said it feels so relaxed. Did it feel relaxed? Did it help you get rid of that emotion? Obviously, it will feel much more powerful when you're actually very angry, when you're actually very stressed. Yes, but this is quick. Yes, feels light, it feels relaxed, extremely relaxed. Yes, yes. That anger, that, frustration. Yes, calmness, relax, drowsy. That's fantastic, right? Relax. You can use this, and more you practice it, you can do it in seconds. You don't even need minutes. Yes, very relaxed, relax, relax. Fantastic. Yes, none of it matters. Fantastic. Don't want to get into the original me. Okay. So when you get into the original, you realize you're bringing the lesson back and you feel the same way that you felt in the dissociated. It's important to bring that lesson, that learning, that realization back, and you will feel the emotion disappear. Yes, calmness, fantastic. So, all those who are asking, no, the tapping gives me a lot of relaxation that we did on day 4, right? But I can't do it in the office. I can't do when I'm fighting with my wife. My wife will think I've gone mad, right? So here is what you can do. Just close your eyes. It barely takes 30 to 60 seconds. Once you have practiced this a few times, take a deep breath and dissociate. As soon as you take the first breath, I want you to dissociate. How do you practice this fast? That's what I'm telling you. Take one breath and dissociate immediately. See yourself sitting here, see the vantage point from ahead of you. Yes, take a few steps back, takes 10 or 15 seconds. From that, give yourself the advice you need. Again, take another deep breath, dissociate again, take more steps back. Now from here, give yourself blessing. It's almost a spiritual self. It's almost you are the angel to yourself. From that vantage point, it becomes so easy to let it all go and then walk forward, get into the second version, then into the first version. Most people can do it less than 2 minutes. All right. This is not even want to talk. So peaceful, right? So simple practice. Any emotional destructive state you are in, this will help you get rid of it magically. All right. I want you to try this today itself. Yes. But I want you to take this and make it real. So how do we take lessons like this and make it real? If you don't attach it to something tangible in your life, you will forget about this. So what we want to do right now is, everybody, you have to do this. Then only it will become practical. Then only your mind will remind you about this when something happens in your actual life. I want you to think of one actual situation which you have already experienced in your life in the past, right? Where you could have used this dissociation technique, right? And it would have helped you handle that situation better or not even get into that fight or that situation. Yes, everybody, can you do that? If you attach that, if you think of one situation like that, and I want you to post this in the WhatsApp group, the dissociation technique would have helped me when I would, when I had experienced this would really help me. Next time, I'm definitely going to use this. So I want you to attach this, make a permanent connection with your life. If you do this, it becomes a link. It becomes a new pathway for your brain to go towards. And the more you practice this, the more it will come effortlessly, easily, automatically. So everybody, this is your task. Go to the WhatsApp group right now. Remember, we don't get up from a chair till we finish our tasks. All right, go to the WhatsApp group right now and think of one situation where you could have used it and one where you will use it in the future. In fact, starting today. Everybody can do this. Go to the WhatsApp group. I'm looking forward to the tasks. And if you have any quick questions, I'm here. Someone says debatable situations, both in office and personal. Find one specific one, attach it to one specific one. When was the last time when debate was happening or some to and fro was happening? Yes. And I wanted to post that in the WhatsApp group. Last time, I was arguing with my colleague or my boss had an argument with me. Instead of being angry, I could have just used dissociation and handle the situation with calmness. Next time when something like this happens, next time when I haven't completed my stuff on time, I won't be anxious or fearful or angry at my boss or something like that, right? Yeah. Because should we do it before entering the examination hall? Absolutely, you can. Yes. In fact, as you sit down before the papers are given, you're sitting in the hall, no? Dissociate, sitting down in the examination hall, dissociate, look at yourself, be completely calm, dissociate again. And from that calmness that comes, you can start the exam. Yes, takes 1 or 2 minutes till the time the papers are being distributed. You'll have amazing life. I've actually done this during an exam, right? It's extremely powerful. Argument with boss would do this technique. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. I want you to connect it to situations in your life. That is what is going to make this real for your brain. Simple technique, argument with your husband, with your wife, with your brothers, sisters, friends. Yes, immediate instant results. All right, I'm seeing the messages coming in the chat. Getting angry, rude at my child over watching TV and mobile. I could have used the dissociation technique. Next time I see them, I will use the dissociation technique. Last time when my boss was explaining my faults, I was very angry, not even trying to understand her. Now I'll use those times. Fantastic. Yes, I could have used it having conflicts with my family members. I'll be using this each and every time in future. Fantastic. Dissociation technique would have helped me when I got anxious about my to-do list. Yes, yes. We'll use dissociation technique to remove the anxiety. Beautiful. Impulsive trading. Yes, the dissociation technique would help me a lot. Unnecessary discussions with boss. I will use this today. Yes. When you dissociate yourself while you're trading from those impulsive decisions, you see that in this moment, I'm trying to break the algorithm. I'm trying to break my discipline. I'm trying to break the strategy that Shankar has given me. And I feel like for some reason, uh, because of my ego, I feel like this will benefit me or something. This is going to cause me more loss, right? So instead, I should take the lesson that I learned from this and maybe redesign my strategy calmly instead of trying to make a quick little bit of profit today. Yes, maybe just stick to the strategy because today, even if it is in a loss, tomorrow it might be in a profit because it is a proven strategy. Yes, all of the lessons you get from your dissociated selves, you can immediately control over trading. Yes. Vijay says, I will stop over judging my son, use this technique. Yes, beautiful. Meeting with clients' requirements, more they expect in lesser time. Yes, yes. Post these in the WhatsApp group, guys. Post this in the WhatsApp group. All right. So since there are no questions, I'm going to end this session here. I will see you again tomorrow morning, sharp at 6:30 a.m. All right. And make sure you post your, after you've completed your daily task, whatever you've committed to, you post that you have complete daily task done in your accountability groups because I have given you an additional task today. Everybody, 2% extra today. All right. Whatever you're committed to doing, a little bit of extra because you want to not be a failure avoider. You want to be a success seeker. All right. So let's transform into that mindset and truly seek success in everything that you do. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So bring that to everything that you do. All right. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic day ahead. Yes, take a moment to give thanks. And thank you so much for attending live as well. Yes.